Now they say when two bulls fight, it is the grass that gets trampled. This Swahili proverb captures the plight of a 6-year-old child whose parents have been locked in a legal tussle for 5 years. The father, Anthony Ndongo, who lives in Nakuru, now claims that his life is in danger after being denied shared custody despite a court ruling. On her part, the child's mother, who is Eritrean by heritage, says that the father of her child has completed his obligations, alluding that he is neither wanted nor desired in their lives. Hamza Yusuf has filed the report.
The joy of parenthood is something that many couples look forward to, with ultimate goal of raising a family together. But many times, that dream suffers the fate of a premature death when parents fail to reconcile their differences. It is the children who suffers the most. If the separation is bitter, it is the children who suffers most. 6-year-old Stacy, not her real name, is a perfect case study for this. Her father, Anthony Ndongo, a resident of Nakuru, narrates his trial and tribulations in court.
So when I came back from the United States, that was early 2019 January, I came back and I was very shocked when I came to my house, because immediately I unlocked my door to the house. I found Nados there, and the baby was asleep, and she started screaming, claiming that I was a stranger, and there's a stranger trying to break into the house. The police came, of course, there is response from the different security companies, and that is where we started the issue.
In a complex case involving many people who seemingly ganged up against him, Anthony claims that he was robbed of his parental rights.
I was denied access to my house. There is police interference. They've tried to plant guns in Nakuru. They've scaled up my fence to try and come into the house.
For 5 years, he relived his worst nightmare in the corridor of justice, where cases have piled up over the years.
I've done everything besides there being a court order out. I'm still obligated as a father to take care of this child. I have provided for this child. I have never failed to provide this for this child. It's been very, very frustrating. Back and forth, I've tried to stay away. I've tried to get them accommodation where they'll stay at peace, the child at least to feel safe.
We also sought the opinion of the child's mother, Nados Simon Tesfa Michael, who is Eritrean by heritage.
The matter is in court, so let the court handle it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought the court has made the ruling.
I think he's going to embarrass himself. I don't know what you're talking about. He's the one who neglects his child, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, so let him be in line.
In the conversation, I bring him too?
Yes, please.
All right. But most of our questions went unanswered since she was not forthcoming on the custody battle. As the legal tussle continues to drag, we wanted to find out the welfare of the 6-year-old Stacy.
So the child is suffering as we speak now, has no access to the father, and constantly sends messages and videos requesting to see the father. But that is in vain. When mom and dad fight, the child is bound to be psychologically really hurt. And this really is very dangerous. And when we got judgment on 17th of November 2022, the trial court was very clear. It said this fight between mom and dad has to end, and it has to end now. And so when it gave its decision, it covered the whole issue.
The Kenya Constitution protects the children's right, including the right to education, which Stacy is now in danger of losing. The Director of Public Prosecution, Nurdin Haji, who is familiar with the 5-year-old child custody battle, had this to say on the case.
Kama ulivyosema mwenyewe, inaonekana unajua zaidi. Kesi hiyo bado inaangaliwa, na ikiangaliwa haki itatimizwa. Kwa hivyo hakuna haja watu wawili, labda mume na mke wamekosana, kuieneza kwa ubaya na kwa makosa.
Despite a court ruling directing the two parties to come up with suitable agreement that favors both sides, Anthony Ndongo claims he has remained sidelined and still awaits an official invitation to the negotiating table.
The judgment that was done a few weeks back should guide us on how to move forward. My child needs me. She constantly calls. She's looking outside the window every single day. When are you coming? I don't have an answer. It really hurts. We need institutions to stand up for what they are meant to do.
The father's hope is to be finally welcomed to his child's life, where he can contribute towards her welfare, which has suffered since the onset of the case. Hamza Yusuf, KTN News.
Thank you, Hamza. And concerns